Morning, everybody. Welcome to Armonk, New York, right near my hometown. Bit of a gray day here, but we've got a beautiful bright red BMW. My second E34 M5, but this one is highly modified. So
Actually,
Justin,
it's
welcome.
a 535.
Fuck off. Really?
Yeah.
Well, welcome anyway.
All right.
535 BMW.
Yes.
It looks like an M5. So
Well,
tell me about your car.
So I've owned this car since 1998.
Okay.
So I've had it for 17 years. I'm the third owner. The car was completely stock when I got it.
Yeah.
I had a tan interior when I got it.
Well, it does not now. Yeah.
This is engine block number 4. This is the third engine setup for this car.
Wow.
I got the car originally in when I was 22 years old, right out of college. It's the first car I ever bought.
Oh my God.
And I started getting it to taking it to the track.
And you've done one lap in it a couple times, right?
Yes. 1999, I went to the track for the first time, and I met a guy who had a one-lap sticker on it. And from reading Car and Driver back in the day, I had to go over and talk to him, and it was a turbo 535 from Dynan.
Cool.
And he's like, "Oh, you got to do it. It's
Is this
fantastic.
turbo?
This is a turbo car."
Cool. Well, let's. I need some keys, maybe, or do I not?
Oh,
How about some keys? Let's go for a
they're so
drive.
particular.
So, how much power do you think this car is making while you find
I'm
your
hoping
keys?
you
me
can
to-
actually tell me.
Can you find your keys? This could be a problem, you know. Without keys, we can't go anywhere.
It's always in the last spot you look.
Of course. There we go. BMWs.
That's
All
right.
right. So you said little bit of gas when I start.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So let's see. Oh, how do I make you go away? Love your taste in music, though. What's reverse? Down, right?
No.
Oh, no, up, left.
Yes.
There. Okay.
I also should have warned you that this is a 6-puck clutch.
Oh, so it might be chattery.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fortunately, we will not have to stop too many times, I don't think.
Excellent. This thing does not like sitting in traffic.
It doesn't? So you didn't want to tell me how much power it made. You want me to guess?
Well, yeah, I'm guessing it's around 400 at the wheels, 400 foot-pounds of torque. at the
Oh,
wheels.
wow.
It's
So,
a very torque heavy.
So I'm looking at a fast car here.
Theoretically.
Has it been, you said you've been through, what, 4 engines or 3rd engine?
Yeah, so
Oh, it is a little chattery. Okay, no worries. And we're off.
in 2000 I did the one lap with my brother. The car was stock except for a suspension and some race seats. We had a blast. The car made it all the way through. 2001 we did it again. I had an NA tune engine built. Put up a 210 down to the wheels, 180 foot-pounds of torque. It's okay.
Can I close this?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
We made about halfway through the event. We were in Fort Worth, Texas, at the Texas Motorsport Ranch, and one of the rocker arms broke.
Oh, no.
Took the car to Bobby Archer's race shop, and they pulled the head off. But see, now this is an old school engine. This is a M30 B35. You have to pull the whole head off and completely disassemble it to replace one rocker arm.
Oh, it stinks. BMWs.
Yeah.
Well, it makes the right sounds. Listen to this. Oh, yes. Oh, the brakes are very strong.
They you got Brembo GT40 setup.
Oh, wow. That's a
you got
firm pedal.
endurance racing pads on there, so once they're warm,
Yeah, they really
stop.
So typical 1990s, there's not much that happens on center with the steering wheel. Once you load it up, like we are in this corner, now you have precise steering, but if you try and go off, see look, no movement here.
And I do want to point out, everything in the steering system is brand new.
Really? So that's
joints.
operating as new.
The M5 steering box is one of the few M5 parts in the car. All the idle arms, drag arms, everything is brand new, and that's the best I can get the steering.
Well, when I drove the E34 M5, it was same deal. Nothing on center, and then when you load it up, it's good.
I think the rationale behind that is when you take it on the highway and you're doing about over 100 miles an hour,
Yeah.
it's really easy to drive.
That makes sense. This is, designed for being kind of it came out of the factory as an everyday car. It's
Yes.
it's only a race car because you want it to be one.
Yes.
3,000 RPM, 4,000, whoa, 5,000, 6,000. Ooh, that makes all the good
Just
sounds.
a hair under 15 PSI.
Really? Wow. It's quite firm in the suspension department. I mean, this is a nice smooth road, and it is quite firm. God, it makes really nice sounds though. You almost don't hear any engine. You really it's a lot of turbo, but it's very isolated inside, so you don't really hear a lot of engine. Yeah, cool little road, yes. Right? You just wait. It's about to just end. This is very, very neat, and you have 230,000 miles on the car, which is impressive. I mean, the dashboard and all that stuff looks nice. Here's where this road's just going to end, and I'm going to have to make a really fun 3-point turn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right? No, actually, if I go, I know this is weird, but if I go like 100 yards up on the dirt, there's a good place to turn around. Yeah. Right, just right there.
Yeah, so after the NA Tune engine, I built a supercharger setup for the car.
Was that a centrifugal on it?
Yeah, yes, it was a ProCharger P1 SC. Probably on its smallest engine application ever.
Yeah. Isn't that like a drag blower?
It was straight cut gears. It whistled. It sounded awesome. It was
just whooshing all
7
the time.
8 psi. Yeah, it was always dumping.
Oh, was that a little rub there? Sorry.
Possibly.
Full lock. Yeah. Had to go full lock. We're gonna go back to tarmac because this is not an off-road vehicle. Big surprise. So is your quest been with all these different setups to find a balance of power that won't explode? Is that, or is it? Do you just want more and more power, or are you really going?
No, actually, after I blew up the supercharged engine, we melted through 2 pistons. The car wasn't properly tuned. We rushed to get into the 1 lap and didn't have time to tune it.
Oh, that stinks.
So after that, I decided to sell the supercharger setup, and I went with a turbo setup from Turbocharging Dynamics. Because I needed somebody who had done more development on this setup before I started blowing up engines on the track.
And is this it's a single turbo, right?
Single turbo, Precision SC61. This is the largest turbo setup that TCD offers. It's on their stage 2 setup, so it's got an intercooler, air to water.
Interesting.
You're running a standalone ECU.
Wow, it's really quick though. When you wind it out, it's real fast.
Yeah,
is your speedometer accurate?
No, it's rather.
Is it optimistic?
It's very generous.
Okay, because I was gonna say if it was accurate, then I was just doing a monster number right there, and I didn't really think I was.
And the tires are the correct and everything, but at Daytona, we ran there in 11. I wrapped the speedo around, but the GPS said we only did 150.
Oh, okay.
So it would indicate we were doing like 165.
This is such an interesting car for 1 lap. I mean, 1 lap, for those who don't know, is a very tough. It's one of the toughest amateur racing events out there. It's 9 track days in 8 days, and the 9 track days are spread really far apart. So you have to show up at the track in the morning, set a really good lap time in the morning, get another session in the afternoon, and then you have to drive like 600 miles to the next track. So you need a car that will put down a great lap time, but that you won't kill yourself driving it for 8 hours every day afterwards in the heat.
Yes, when we did the 1 lap, we've had a roll cage, but there was always a seat in the back inside the roll cage. And
it must have been fun to get in and out of. You got the nice Recaro baby seat in the back.
Yeah, my daughter loves riding in this car. Like every morning we go in the garage, she goes, "Daddy, I want to take the race car." I'm like,
how often do you get to drive it?
In the summertime, and maybe once every other week.
Okay. But you said it was a daily driver for a long time, right?
The first year I put almost 50,000 miles on it, and then I bought a second car and started modifying this one for road use, for track use.
Well, this thing, it's just, it's got such a classic shape, and it's just such a nice place to be that you never want to get rid of it, right?
No,
it's not like, it's not like E34s are going to be worth less than they're worth now, right? They're pretty bottomed out.
Yeah, actually, I bought this car in '98 for $8,000.
Yeah, oh, well, then you've done well. You automatically have done well.
I've put many, many more than that into this car.
Clearly.
But, yeah, I could probably sell for maybe it's $15,000-$20,000 if I find the right buyer. It's
Well,
actually
it's
worth
super
a
cool.
whole lot more money parted out.
It probably is, which is sad because it's such a cool little car. Oh, I
Yeah.
really like it though. It's
I've done
really
everything I
neat.
can to keep this thing going. Sometimes it can really piss me off, and I've been on the verge of selling it, but then I get it to work and I drive it, and then I really like it again.
Well, it's neat because there's some things about it that are super 80s, like the steering, and there's some play, you know, the play in neutral and the shifter, you know, that kind of stuff. And then you feel the power, and you go, well, that's nutty. It's real fast.
What's your butt dyno tell you?
I would give it a high 300 wheels, 380 wheel maybe, I think is fair. Does that sound about right to you?
That's about where I was thinking
Yeah,
it was.
380 wheel. I mean, it goes. When you get it above $4,000, it goes like shit. You know, it feels, the power's really nice. It's very good. Thank you so much, Justin.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you letting me drive it. I hope that wasn't too weird for you.
No.
People riding right seat in their own cars is a different experience. This was great. Check out Justin's WheelWell to see the list of things he did to this car. It is it's extraordinarily extensive. There's nothing left.
Yes,
but
I barely touched the surface in this short drive.
I wish I could recommend this to somebody as a build, but I imagine either if you want something like this, you know you want it, and if you don't, I wouldn't recommend diving in.
Actually, I am trying to sell the engine because I've had this turbo engine set up for 10 years, and as much as I love it, I want something different, and the
V8.
only way to do it, and I'm thinking the S62 V8 from the E39 M5.
Okay.
So if anyone's
You want a
interested
complete
in
turbo motor for an E34, hit up Justin on
the fact
WheelWell.
that Matt can drive it and not blow it up
Yeah.
should
No,
verify
it's
its
good.
quality.
Good motor. See you guys later.